Welcome to the NFC Playoff Bracket. Our picks, predictions,
Yep.
what we think the rest of the season is going to look like. Hopefully, you tuned into our AFC one.
Yep.
Maybe laughed at us. Maybe told us we're wrong. Comment what you think. We don't really care what you think, but we'll listen.
We like to laugh, and you guys spin us gold.
So we're going to take that with no grains of salt, to be honest.
Nope. So let's get right into it. Let's see who we think are going to be the number one seed and playoff picture for the NFC. You mind if I start it off?
Oh, go right ahead.
I got a very controversial pick for number one.
Okay.
Eagles. I know.
Oh
Whoa. What are the odds
sure about
Eagles? I know, it's crazy.
You want to place money on that right
now?
now?
I think I'll put 50 cents on this.
Man, big balling over
Absolutely.
Here,
well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Eagles taking it. I don't even think that's in the question. Number two, San Fran, the Niners. Again, there's really no question about it. The addition of Chase Young, their sack percentage has just gone up so substantially. No line can really hold them. I think the only two lines that could hold them is the Eagles and Lions. And Lions, I have at number three.
Okay, all right, number three. Now this is where it's going to get interesting.
So there we have three different divisions. So I'm just going to go number four based off a divisional winner again. Falcons. I think the Falcons win it. I think the Saints just had all their wide receivers carted off the field. I think the Buccaneers are good, but they're just not being great. They had another loss today. I think Carolina I think everyone knows about Carolina. So number four, I have it going to the Falcons. They started using Bijan more effectively. So when you do that, it's a formula for winning. Number five, the most overrated team in the NFL. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Again, just
got to put them there because their record.
Yeah, their record. They're doing substantially well. Honestly, I don't really have any shockers on this list. I think Seahawks take the number 6 spot.
Okay.
Again, they're playing good, not great, probably first round exit, along with my 7th team of the Vikings.
Okay.
I think the Vikings, who knows, when Justin Jefferson comes back, they could light it up even more.
Yeah, no.
They could be substantial.
If Josh Dobbs can hold it.
If Josh Dobbs can hold it, and if Justin Jefferson comes back to play, the way he always has been, who knows, that might be a really big playoff threat. But I think that's going to round it off. So Eagles 1, Niners 2, Lions 3, Falcons 4, Cowboys 5, Seahawks 6, Vikings 7. And the thing is like the next two teams that it could be, Packers, I don't see the Packers getting it this year. Jordan Love just needs another year under his belt.
Understandable, yeah.
Saints, again, they're good, but their defense can be as good as they want, but their offense just isn't there. And Buccaneers, again, it's just they're good, but they're not just there.
Yeah.
They're losing a lot of tight games, but they're still losing.
Yep.
You know what? And at the end of the day, if they're losing tight games and they have a lot of tight games in the playoffs, you just got to assume it's going to be a tight game and go with the record. That's it. So I think that's a solid 7. Honestly, I don't see any of those 3 teams knocking at their door either.
Yeah, no, I think the NFC is definitely a lot less competitive.
It's just not as deep as a division at all. Or, not my bad, as a conference at all.
All right, I'll give you my takes now.
All right.
Don't pass out by my number 1. Okay. This is going to, again, could cause a little bit of heat to go to us.
Let us know in the comments if you disagree with this.
The Eagles.
Ooh!
Let's be honest.
That is spice. Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Have you even seen him play this year?
I know, it's crazy. It's like Jalen Hurts just goes out and magically throws 5. Throws 3 passing touchdowns, rushes for 2, somehow does it and only has 200 yards, leads in overtime, comeback. There's no debate.
There's no debate.
I mean, you can say what you want.
As good as they want. Yeah, but then again, the Eagles have one of the best lines and not a great backfield.
Yeah.
And Hufanga going out at strong safety, that just makes it an even more wide open spot for the Eagles to try and pick you apart.
I've said it time and time again in our videos. The Eagles play checkers while chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Absolutely.
The Eagles, by far to me, next to the 49ers.
Yeah.
I mean, 49ers could be debated here. They both have the best front office in football.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt.
You know, it's funny, honestly, for me, for the NFC playoff picture, it's the first 3 teams and then a bunch of mid stuff.
Yeah. Number 2, 49ers.
Oh, big shock.
If the Lions would have shown up on Thanksgiving, I think I could have put the Lions at number 2.
But, the moon was in that special formation.
So, I mean, I think the Lions had more debate, but they just lose some oddball games.
They do.
The Niners overall are more consistent, and when they win, they win. The Lions are a good team, no knocking them, but they just have some bad losses.
They do just have some bad losses.
So, Lions still, though, number 3.
Absolutely. Still
no debating that team. One. Number 4, just based off, same thing for what you're saying. I want to say the Falcons, but I still have faith in the Saints. Just because I think the Saints, if they ever stay healthy, which is key.
Yeah.
Every week it seems like a new person's getting injured, something like that. They can put in famous Jameis. I'm going to go with the Saints at number 4 here.
That's a good pick.
I think just the reason why I think the Falcons, I think they're playing good, but I think when it comes down to it, the QB play is going to be vital.
Absolutely.
And I think Derek Carr is still way better than Riddler. So
absolutely.
On number 5, you have the overrated, dramatically Cowboys, who do not win any games with a team who has a confident team to them.
Absolutely not.
Number 6, I have the Vikings. At number 6.
Solid pick.
Seahawks, to me, is the number 7 pick.
Yep.
Vikings, I think, have shown week by week that they can overcome the next setback.
Absolutely.
Alexander Madison seems to me starting to finally get what he should have been the whole season. That offensive line's coming back together. You have Justin Jefferson coming back. You have Hawkinson in there. And you got Addison, who's been great this year. You have a lot of key pieces. Danielle Hunter's having a great season.
Yeah, he is.
I think the Vikings are a great sleeper at number 6 here.
That is a good
I think
pick.
they can make some noise once we get down to it if Josh Dobbs stays the way he is, which he hasn't shown any reason he's not going to.
No, not regressing.
Seahawks, I could put them at number 6, but they're just same thing. Too inconsistent.
Yeah, they're very inconsistent.
One week, they put up big numbers. The next week, it's like, oh, what was that?
And that's the Seahawks everyone has been expecting.
I think it's just very inconsistent. And the biggest thing, you lose Kenneth Walker for a couple weeks.
That's so tough. What a dog. What a dog.
Not a passing, back, but he's a guy that he's a tough runner, and he gets you 80 yards a game, 90 yards a game, which is huge.
Absolutely.
When it comes to in the hunt, there's no one.
No one.
There's no one.
No one.
The
Packers
NFC
isn't deep. The NFC is not a deep division.
The Packers can think what they want. They're not a playoff team. They're not going to be a playoff team.
Nope.
Jordan Love is having some good games. He's showing progression. He's going to have bad games with that too.
Yep.
The wide receiver room is still trying to figure out what they actually are. I can't name their tight end off the top of my head.
Musgrave.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I wouldn't even remember that because you know why? It's just not consistent to me.
Yeah.
The defense, it's the Packers defense. They're the youngest team in the NFL for a reason.
Yep.
Give them next year. I think they have a good shot at making it.
Next year they have a real good shot.
And the Rams.
Too old.
They're done. Matthew Stafford's too inconsistent. Cooper Kupp's out every other week.
Yep.
I mean,
they got barely anyone on defense. They have huge names. When it counts,
they got huge names and no draft picks.
No draft picks.
And no salary.
Depth, no salary. Just nothing.
They're there. They're middle of the pack. They'll stay middle of the pack. Well, they got those big names.
Rams equals rebuild.
Now, when Williams comes back, I think they're a better team, but not good enough to make the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Falcons can. I mean, obviously, that depends on the Saints here.
Yeah, that depends on the Saints.
Whoever
maybe
wins
even
that,
the Bucks if they decide to really get gassed up.
Not for me.
Nope.
No Bucks. Sorry, Bake. Bakey boy, honestly, not my guy. I mean, he's my guy in heart, but he's not my guy to take him to the playoffs.
Absolutely not.
They're wildly inconsistent,
yep.
And same thing. They have players that make good plays, but at the same, they just lose.
They do just.
They just magically lose. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They put up a fight for the first half, and then it seems like they lose.
They just always find a way to lose.
So they play one half of football, not the full game.
Nope.
Now who's your champion here?
No, I think the obvious answer is the Eagles, but honestly, if that Niners front line can truly stop them with the addition of Chase Young and really just keep it a close game, where the short stuff matters, I think the Niners could really take it. Okay. I think the Niners, for me, are the front runners, but I think the obvious answer is the Eagles, unless something bad happens. Unless the Niners figure out a way to absolutely shut out the Eagles.
So what's your pick?
Obvious pick, Eagles, but
what's your pick?
Niners.
All right.
I'm picking the Niners.
I'll say it right. It's the Eagles.
Shocked.
Who would have guessed? No. Sorry, Lions. I thought for a second. I almost had them on a vote. Yeah. Too bad of losses.
Yeah.
The reason now, if the Eagles would have lost to the Bills, maybe I would have went 49ers.
Yeah.
But they played their heart out in that game.
They really did.
And honestly, I'll say it now. I think the Eagles take the cake all the way home.
Whole shebang.
I think they come back and they want that win. Kelsey wants to go out with the Super Bowl
Absolutely.
ring.
I think anyone would.
And I think that team is in their prime. I don't know how much longer they can keep all those pieces there.
Oh, probably not much longer.
So to me, it's the Eagles. That's my Super Bowl champion. I think the matchup is Eagles-Ravens.
I think my matchup will be Ravens-Niners.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, not a bad choice. I still don't believe in Brock Purdy fully. That's my biggest issue.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. And again, in 2 weeks, this could all look like some terrible bracket.
Cursed.
But hopefully I did not curse the Eagles because I do love watching the Eagles.
I do love the Eagles.
So, I mean, it's a fun team.
Yeah, it's a good show every single weekend.
And I really like Jason. Kelsey just...
Oh, yeah, Kelsey deserves another ring.
I just really like him.
Yeah, it's hard to hate.
Now, his brother, on the other hand...
Yeah, his brother's dog water.
I'm not a big fan of Travis, but let me be honest. I love Jason.
Yeah,
he's a great guy. Honestly, like, you have him for a fan base. It's great for a fan base.
Absolutely.
And a killer singer. Kind of impressive.
I know, that Christmas album's so good. He just released one with Travis.
#1 chart topper.
It's good. It's
really good for them. So, I mean, they're
boys.
fun.
Yeah, Cleveland boys.
So, at the end of the day, it plays a little bit into it, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyone from Ohio that's playing in a game, I'm going to root for. So,
absolutely.
It doesn't matter what team it is. But that sums it up for me.
Yeah, that sums it up for me.
Hopefully, we'll be watching the Ravens versus the Eagles.
Hopefully, we'll be watching the Ravens and the Niners.
I guess we'll see. I have to put a little money on it. See
Absolutely.
where we get with
it. We're gonna have to pull out some Benjamins here.
We are not responsible for any losses in any of your gambling habits.
But let us know in the comments what you think about our lists and what you think about where we put the teams.
Yeah, we just have to put that disclaimer in there.
Oh yeah, if you bet on what we say, do not give us a subpoena. I won't open it.
Yeah, we will actually run.
Yeah.
So please don't. We don't want to have to be on the run for forever.
Nope.
So you're not getting a response from us.
Absolutely not.
Thanks for watching, though.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, loyal fans.